Every single ambitious person wants to have high stable energy. They want to think clearly, have a body they're really proud of, and just feel good throughout the day. But whenever we see someone who represents that, who is that kind of person, who does those things, we think that they're kind of weird, or we just feel off about them. Like they're this outlier, they're this weird person that we can't really relate to, and they just feel different. They seem like a rare person, and it's just like completely out of reach. But the one thing that I came to terms with a long time ago is that healthy people aren't like this outlier. It's just the baseline. It's the normal standard of how things should be, of how you should be as a human being. The thing is, guys, healthy people feel like an exception, but in reality, they are just the baseline. They are what the standard should be for every single person living in 2026. And I completely understand why you think and feel this way about those kind of people, because most people aren't actually that healthy. The world has changed a lot over the past 50 to 100 years, and it's getting a lot harder and more rare to actually be healthy nowadays, right? Most people see being healthy as like really hard and foreign, and it's just difficult because it's like a change in their identity. But in reality, they just have a low standard of themselves, because if you're the person you are right now who isn't as healthy as you should be, the version of you that's healthy is just the better version of you. And so these people that you see that are healthy and this kind of thing, it's just they have raised their standard. They have raised what they tolerate, but you haven't. So most people don't have like a specific health problem. They don't have like an acute disease that came out of nowhere. They just have a low standard problem, because feeling good should just be normal. And the reason why most people feel off is because the world is pretty cooked. There's a lot of lifestyle factors that are making it really hard to be healthy. And just eating less and moving more and following generic fitness advice is not going to cut it anymore. We've got herbicides and pesticides. We've got fluoride. We've got a ton of processed foods. We've got organic food that isn't even actually organic. We've got blue light. We've got constant stimulation. We've got a sedentary lifestyle. People are sitting down and not moving all the time. Everyone's deficient in magnesium and vitamin D. And the world is not really suitable to be healthy on accident. You really have to raise your standards and change some things to actually be healthy. And so if you're watching this video right now, I bet that you're not someone who has a low standard for yourself. You just need that push. You need that understanding as to what it is you need to do. All of that stuff I just mentioned is not normal. It shouldn't be acceptable. Just because most people suffer from that and it's everywhere and it's become the new normal, it doesn't mean that you have to set that standard baseline for yourself. All of those lifestyle factors lower people's baseline and how they feel. They're walking around with brain fog and low energy, and they feel terrible. They can't get rid of the fat. They're losing muscle tissue day by day. They can't get in shape day by day. What normal should be for every single human being is just restoring and optimizing your health the right way. You're not going to look at it as like, oh, I'm being healthy, I'm being weird, I'm doing this healthy thing. It just becomes normal. It becomes very normal to wake up when the sun comes up. It becomes very normal to get sun throughout the day and walk 10,000 steps and hit the gym a few days per week and manage your stress and not eat seed oils and buy organic food and have water without seed oils and do all these things that are good for your health, including optimizing your sleep, restoring your gut health, making sure you have a real healthy metabolism, doing tests every year or so to see where your blood work is and what you should improve on. And there's many, many other things, but these just become intertwined into your lifestyle. It becomes a part of who you are and your standards, and you don't break that for anything. What's really happened is we've just accepted unhealthy to be the new normal. Literally, statistically, you can Google it. Like, most people are obese or overweight, and I think they said 88% of people are metabolically unhealthy, which is the main system used to produce energy. So we've just drifted away from what healthy actually is, and we've just accepted this low shitty standard, this low baseline, because you look around at your friends and your family and people everywhere. Most people are completely out of shape, right? Most people don't sleep properly. They're always whinging about their sleep. Most people have terrible gut health. Most people just can't actually have enough energy to live throughout their day and actually go after their goals and achieve the things they want to do in their life. One thing I did basically on accident, and I got all of my clients to do it, and even family and friends that I help out for free, is I tell them and I instill it into their brain that this is the new standard. You need to see yourself as someone who does these as normal. All these other people around you, they suck. They are just terrible. Do not compare yourself to the average person on the street. They're very unhealthy. As I just mentioned, they've got all sorts of problems. And if you're comparing yourself to the worst or the average, then what does that make you? That doesn't put you far off from them. And so you need to raise your standard. Spend more money on the organic food, buy the higher quality meats, buy those sleep gadgets that are actually going to help you, pay for that better gym membership, buy things that are actually going to improve your health, and just change your routine. This is going to feel weird in the beginning just because change is change, and any kind of change, whether it's simple or easy or hard or difficult or complex, is going to feel uncomfortable and weird. But once you do it for long enough, it's going to feel normal. You're not going to go back due to how good you feel, the amount of energy you have, your focus, your just fulfillment. There's something that happens in your soul when you take care of yourself, when you spend money on the organic food and you avoid processed shit and unnatural products. you feel better. And once you do this, guys, it is just an upgrade that you're not going to go back to, right? I've seen this with my parents, I've seen this with my friends, I've seen this with all my clients. They do not downgrade their life, right? If there's someone who didn't walk, or they didn't eat organic food, or they didn't take care of their sleep, their standards are so much higher now, and they're not going back, because it's one of those things where once you feel it, it becomes normal and you never go back. And you might be thinking, oh, well, I'm so busy, I've got this to do and I've got that to do. I'm telling you, once you do this, you're going to have the option of, should I sacrifice some time for my business or not? You're going to take care of your health. You're going to make that decision, trust me. Because you know that the quality of work you end up doing is so much better. But not only that, your fitness improves, your quality of relationships improve, your creativity improves so much. You just become better at everything all around. And when you make the changes and stick to it for a few months, you're going to go from someone who sees health as extra or weird or different, or like a super additional thing you're adding to your life. But after, you're just going to expect to feel good. You're going to be excited to take care of your health. You're going to have this new standard because you know how much better it makes your life. And you don't see it as weird or extra. And if you guys don't change, you're going to keep living below what your body and brain is actually capable of. You're going to keep having these energy crashes and brain fog and pushing yourself at 40% and looking out of shape, not actually unlocking what your body and brain is capable of. And if you guys want to fast track all of this and skip all the guesswork and want me to actually look into your lifestyle, identify the bottlenecks through real testing and real data, build a personalized plan around your busy schedule, then click the link in the description. You can message me on Instagram, the word health, and we'll see if you're a good fit. Take care. Ciao.